How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about new pictures that have been leaked from the southern border inside of the so-called kids in cages facilities. Now, I was told that under a Biden administration, there will be no more kids in cages. I was told that the inhumane practices of Donald Trump and his crazy facilities with the kids on the ground, starving to death, eating from dog bowls, a toilet bowl, all this and that, I was told that would end, but obviously not. Not from what I've been able to see, and if I'm wrong in any kind of way, please let me know in the comments below. Give some evidence, give some sources. I'd love to see it. What I have right now is hardcore physical evidence coming from a Democrat, no less. A Democratic congressman from Texas put this out here. But let's get to one picture first for a little bit of a recap. All right, now this is a picture from Barack Obama and Joe Biden's presidency, right? Now, if you don't quite understand what's happening here, this is Department of Homeland Security Secretary Jeh Johnson. This is an Obama appointee. This is during the Obama time. This is him going through one of these so-called cages, and you see right over there, there's the cages. And matter of fact, you see the sign right there, male 16 to 17. That's the so-called kids, right? Okay, now, let me get out of the way right here. And you see there's a little cage door. You have the so-called kids on the ground wearing these tinfoil looking blankets. There's not really beds. You have these kind of mats on the ground. So, and also you have barbed wire. So you got barbed wire, fencing, so-called cages. This is under Obama. And a lot of these pictures, minus the obvious picture of Jeh Johnson, a lot of these pictures are floated around when Trump got in office, and they were trying to use these to attack Trump. And then when it was realized, oh no, these are from the Obama administration, a lot of the criticism using those pictures pretty much went away, but it still criticized Trump for having the so-called cages. Can't make it up, but I digress. The whole point is that this is a general reference point from what they call cages, right? This is under Obama, again, during his time. Now we have new pictures. Now, this is brought to you by Axios originally, but the person who put these out is Representative Henry Serlar from Texas. All right. And you can see Axios right there in the top. But these are the brand new cages. Now, you can see these are like, quote unquote, soft-sided structures, but it's the same thing going on. The same tinfoil blankets, the same mats on the ground. You can see this is kind of a hard surface as well. You got these virus protecting looking things. Oh, there's a little TV in the background too, if you can see right there. There's a nice little TV in the background. Little flat screen, little kids cartoons. Then there might even be a PlayStation. I'm not really sure. Because I see like a little space for a video game console right there. There's another one right there on the other side. So, hey, it's all right. They got masks. See the guy right there has a mask on. They got maybe PlayStation, Xbox, or TV, something like that. So it's fine. Okay, the fact that they're in this facility and they're being detained and they're on the ground on the mat and they're not really on the bed, and I don't really see a bathroom anywhere in sight. I'm sure there is one, but this is the same thing as, I mean, what's the difference between that and that? The only difference is that they don't have the tall fence with the barbed wire at the top, but it's still the same hard surface, same mats, same tinfoil, same everything, okay? This is under Obama. This is under Biden. What's the difference? But I'm told that Donald Trump was the president who had all the kids in the so-called cages. He's inhumane, all this, that, and the third. And we have more pictures, okay? Pretty crowded facilities. You can kind of see what's going on. Rather than the fencing, you got these little doors. Now, can you open those doors whenever you want? I doubt it, because you got people crammed in here, and notice the hard floors. All right, and here's yet another picture. Oh, we got a little trash can right there. That's cool. Little trash can. And again, more hard surfaces and partitions and tinfoil, overcrowded. Okay, they might be wearing masks, but they're pretty much packed like sardines. Okay. There's another picture that was not shown within the Axios group of pictures. And again, this was released by a Democrat, Henry Cuellar, Cuellar from Texas, a Democrat. Now, there's another picture right there. Oh, look at this. This is a great picture of the TV in the background. of the mats and whatnot. And young boy right here is on the Echo shirt. That's name brand. How do you get that so-called starving kid coming from an impoverished country? How does that happen? It's a lot of Americans who can't even afford name brand stuff like that. So what's really going on? I don't even wear name brand stuff. So how does he have it? And how is he being considered some type of poor, underprivileged youth, right? What's really going on? Okay. And there's more pictures. We have many more pictures. Let's go to my man, James O'Keefe, Project Veritas. Now, this is the same type of places we just were looking at just now. The same type of thing, right? You see the same type of fencing, the same type of enclosure. But from this angle, it's like they're growing, I don't know, barbecue wings, baked potatoes, burritos. I'm not sure what's happening, but everybody's in their little tinfoil cocoon, chilling in the soft-sided cages, because this is what it is. I mean, you could say it's not a cage because it's not like the fencing. It's the same thing. It's the same frame, but rather than having the chain link fence type thing, you have this cellophane type situation. I'm not sure what that is. Is that fiberglass? I don't really know. But it's the same type deal. Okay, and you can see that it's the same place, and everybody's just wrapped up, probably going to bed or whatever the case may be. You know, one guy got his head out right there, the same TV in the background with the other one on the opposite side, like kind of close to each other. It's the same type deal, right? Again, he's come from Project Veritas, James O'Keefe, and another angle. Somebody is totally out of their blanket, some more out of their blankets right there at the bottom. All right, and then I guess there's some air right there. Not sure what's going on with that. Some lighting. It's like they are pretty much getting ready to get sold at, I don't know, a Chipotle or something like that. And it's the same thing. It's the same deal. Now, Trump said this is crazy, it's ridiculous, and I don't blame him. I do not blame him. He put a statement out, matter of fact, and I think it might have been through his email blast. And you can see the headline right here. Trump fires back at pathetic, clueless performance of Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas on a Sunday show talking about the border crisis. And I'll read this briefly so you get an understanding of what's happening, just so you were on the same page with each other, just briefly. And then we get into the finale, which really kind of tick you off and irritate you. But here we go. We proudly handed the Biden administration the most secure border in history, and they did. All they had to do was keep this smooth running system on autopilot. Instead, in the span of just a few weeks, the Biden administration has turned a national triumph into a national disaster. They are in way over their heads, taking on water fast. Now, what he was saying about the smooth system is pretty simple. The thing about the smooth system is a big part of it, without getting too deep into the weeds for time's sake, is that the Trump administration ended catch and release. And what that means very quickly is when somebody would come to the border illegally under the catch and release system, they were put into one of these little containers like that. They were put there for a while, and then they were released into the interior of the country. Now, after they were released, they were supposed to come back for a court date to determine their status, whether they're going to be granted asylum or whatever the case may be, deported. But usually what happens is they don't show up for their court date, so they could just stay in the country illegally and then try to evade ICE and DHS and whatnot. And a lot of these places all over the country, they have sanctuary cities. So if you're a person that came into the interior of the country from catch and release and you go to a sanctuary city, it's going to be very hard to get you deported. You see what I'm saying? So you have effectively been able to gain entry into the country without any kind of legal penalty coming against you. That's what's going on here. So Trump ended that whole thing of catch and release. But now Biden has brought it back, and he's talking about we won't do any deportations for 100 days. And there's some more we'll talk about in a minute. But he's giving them all types of benefits to come here illegally, which should not be the case. All right? The pathetic, clueless performance of Secretary Mayorkas on a Sunday show today was national disgrace. His self-satisfied presentation in the middle of the massive crisis he helped engineer is yet more proof he is capable of leading DHS. Even someone of Mayorkas' limited ability should understand that if you provide catch and release, well, I was just talking about if you provide catch and release to the world's illegal aliens, then the whole world will come. Here is The icing on the cake, no pun intended. ICE inks $89.6 million deal to lodge migrants in hotels. And you know what? The headline speaks for itself. If you want to read this in full, I'll provide a link to it in the description box below so you can just go through it and not just take my word for it or be a headline warrior. But it says it right there. So rather than being in the so-called cages, rather than being just somewhere else, the hard-sided structure, soft-sided structure, rather than being there, oh, you get a nice telly for you. And there's only a few people. How much? Like 1,400 people. So yeah, the $86.9 million contract provides 1,239 beds and another necessary service. So it's not that many people, like 1,200 people, 89.6 million. So a lot of talk right now is being had amongst the black community about reparations on the internets. We deserve reparations. We have reparations. People keep talking about that. It'll never happen. That's been the big thing for the past 100 years, 150 years. It's never going to happen. All right. When Charlamagne the God was asking Joe Biden about black this, black that, he was like, hey, man, vote for me or you ain't black. So you think that guy who said that, who was given no signal that he's going to help you at all, you think that guy would give reparations out? Keep dreaming. But he did say during the campaign that he's going to look out for the immigrants, illegal aliens, the LGBT. He's doing things for them, not for a so-called black person. So he begging for money, reparations. Meanwhile, they getting millions of dollars, billions of dollars poured into them. How much money is being spent at these border facilities and to house these people and to feed these people? Because if they're being detained, that costs a lot of money, thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to house them right there and then give them a free plane ride to anywhere they want in the country. This is crazy. The border crisis is being caused by Joe Biden. Trump was closing the facilities because he didn't need them. Since he ended catch and release and you say you could not seek asylum in the United States, you had to stay in Mexico. Since he ended that, people stopped coming as much. What's the point in coming illegally if I'm not going to be able to get in there the way I want? If it'd be difficult for me to come, I'm going to just stay where I am. It did not totally end illegal immigration, of course, but it put a big dent in it. You didn't need so many border facilities. Now, Biden is reopening, building more, soft-sided, hard-sided, all that good stuff, because he has an influx of people due to abolishing all of what Trump had built to maintain a strong and secure border. He can say, don't come to the border, we're full, but actions speak louder than words. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that the pictures prove that Biden has failed at the border? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or have I just gotten something wrong here? Am I incorrect? Pictures mean nothing. It's not really a big deal. If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. You guys know where I stand with it 1,000%. The border crisis is Biden's fault. The pictures prove it. Don't just take my word for it. Talk to the Democrats. They put it out. It wasn't, a right-wing crazy organization. Nah, the Democrat that put it out, the Axios. He put it out because he wants the world to see what's going on with the border that others just simply are not going to see because the media aren't there. So, hey, we're going to see more of this because Biden's policies are not changing. The only way he's going to be able to stop this is if he adopts Trump's policies. And it'd be crazy to see this guy not adopt Trump's policies because it'll make him look bad politically. But I would not be surprised if that was the case. Whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.